Roseanne exposes truth about illegal immigration. Liberal heads explode by Adam Castellino. Entertainment politics for MadWorldNews.com. The revived Roseanne sitcom continues to dominate weeknight ratings. In the latest episode, they expose the ugly truth about the impact of illegal immigration. Liberal audience members and critics are stunned into silence. Liberals in the entertainment world hate the massive success of Roseanne's reboot. The 1990s classic returned to incredible ratings. At a time when TV viewership is at an all-time low, the comeback has nabbed millions upon millions of eager viewers. That's because many Americans fondly remember the original show and still love it. It's also because of the star's outspoken support of President Donald Trump. The very first episode celebrated Trump's victory. Episodes that followed focused on a variety of real-world issues. Roseanne Barr has not shied away from controversial and important problems facing American families. Issues that are glossed over or twisted by many other shows are addressed honestly and authentically on Roseanne. As a result, people continue to support it. This week's episode took a strike at one of the most hot-button issues of our time. Illegal immigration is an ongoing war between liberals and conservatives. As President Donald Trump works to enforce our laws and secure our border, Democrats violate federal mandates to protect criminal aliens. Much of the focus from the right is on dangerous drug cartels and terrorists who exploit the borders. Liberals, in response, claim that the majority of illegals are just poor families looking for a chance. They try to stir up any sympathy for millions of illegals who flood our borders. After all, they're just looking for a better life, right? Shouldn't we welcome them all in? Who cares about following rules and laws? This episode of Roseanne cuts through all the left's sentimental deception and paints the illegal immigration issue in cold, realistic colors. The show proves that even those innocent, quote, aliens cause massive damage to Americans. The latest episode of the hit reboot ABC's sitcom Roseanne admirably takes on the issue of illegal immigration and its negative impact on America's working families and the middle class. The episode entitled Meet the Neighbors finds the Connor family patriarch Dan's loss out of a job for which illegal immigrants had been hired to do for less money. I got underbid on Al's job. He's using illegals, Dan explains to a disappointed Roseanne who's worried about the family's ability to make ends meet. It ain't rosy. Those guys are so desperate they'll work for nothing and we're getting screwed in the process. All I know is we can't pay our bills. As Breitbart News has reported, illegal immigration costs the American taxpayer approximately $8,075 each, totaling a burden of roughly $116 billion annually, source Breitbart. Roseanne Barr's tweet here, so Dan got underbid by non-union workers and we can't pay our bills. We were already on our second final notice, hashtag Roseanne. The left is going to have a hard time pushing illegal immigration after this. How can they generate sympathy for illegals when we see one of our beloved American families on the brink, thanks to illegal workers? In an episode, Dan and his partner are negotiating a deal to put up drywall in new apartments. With a chagrined face, the client announces he's going with another company. Dan tries to understand how they were underbid, given they work at the lowest union rate. The obvious conclusion was that the client hired non-union illegal workers. The result is Dan's company loses a much-needed contract. When he gives Roseanne the bad news, things only get worse. She had already sent out checks for their bills, meaning most of them will bounce, and their utilities will be cut off. It's a difficult situation to watch, but one that is repeated every day in America. Hardworking Americans lose business, wages, and work thanks to the millions of exploited illegal aliens. And to think of it, liberals want more of them coming in. The only people that support illegal immigration are elitist Democrats. These entitled, wealthy people don't have to suffer the hardship of losing out to alien workers who undercut their wages. In fact, many of these elites benefit from illegal labor. Their employees and staff are low-paid illegals. That's the real reason they want illegals, aliens, to stay. It's never been about helping poor immigrants for the left. It's always been about protecting their quality of life. Mass illegal and legal immigration to the U.S. has contributed to poor job growth, stagnant wages, and increased public costs to offset the importation of millions of low-skilled foreign nationals, source Breitbart. But as long as Nancy Pelosi and her ilk get to keep her underpaid staff, nothing is going to change. Absolutely here. Yes, indeed. That's why Roseanne's show is, because even in the 90s, she represented the working class family. And that's why with this message, it only enhances the message of the 90s, and people see how the country has taken such a downturn in the process. Very, upfront and in your face. So I guess the liberals should start waking up, because their families will not be able to keep them in their mom's basement in order to upkeep their lifestyle if this continues. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.